family.
So now ti gbàgbọ́ pé no, kádàrá mi lélẹ́yìí.
He or she believes this is my fate. No.
Pé àwọn aṣíwájú yín jagun.
That those before you fought a battle.
Ìyẹn ò túmọ̀ sí pé dandan ìwọ náà máa jagun.
That doesn't mean it must also happen to you.
Pé àwọn aṣíwájú rẹ wọn ò jẹ́ ní tí ó yẹ kán jẹ́ láyé. Ìyẹn ò túmọ̀ sí pé dandan ìwọ náà gbọ́dọ̀ parí ìrìn àjò ẹ̀bẹ̀.
The one before you did not get what they ought to get. That doesn't mean you will end your journey.
Abraham ó jagun.
Fought the battle.
But ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin ogun tí Abraham jà.
But there is a difference between the battle of Abraham.
Isaac jagun.
Isaac fought a battle.
Ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin ogun tó jà.
There is a difference between the battle he fought.
Joseph jagun.
Joseph fought a battle.
Ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin ogun tó jà.
There is a difference between his own battle.
Ṣùgbọ́n
But
àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta
the three of them,
wọ́n jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mọ́ fún ni o.
I just exclude some.
Torí mo fẹ́ pe àdúrà kẹ́ lè gbàdúrà nínú bí ìbínú ọkàn.
I want to call prayer so that you can pray angrily.
Ẹ máa rí wípé
You will see that
ohun tó jẹ ogun kan ṣẹ́ fún gbogbo wọn.
a battle was conquered for them all.
Ṣé rí nǹkan tí à ń pè ní àìní àti ìpọ́njú?
Whatever we call lack and distress,
Ogun yẹn ṣẹ́ fún Ábúráhámù.
the battle was conquered for Abraham,
Ó ṣẹ́ fún Ísákì.
also for Isaac,
Ó ṣẹ́ fún Jákọ́bù.
also for Jacob.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi ò dárúkọ Jákọ́bù?
When I started, I never mentioned
Joseph ni mo fi ṣe kẹta.
I said Joseph was the third
Now
person.
nígbà tí ogun kan ṣẹ́ fún wọn.
A battle conquered for them all.
But ìkan
But one,
gbogbo wọn ló pass through rẹ̀.
all of them là kọjá.
Ìyẹn ni àgàn.
That is barrenness.
Now kí ni ìdí tí ó ṣe tètè ṣẹ́ fún Ísákì?
Why was it conquered for Isaac easily?
Títí ẹ ò tó ti Abraham.
His own was not like his own father.
Abraham Ísákì tètè gbàdúrà.
Isaac prayed fastly.
Bíbélì pé ó sì bẹ Ọlọ́run fún aya rẹ̀.
Prayed to God.
Ìyẹn ni pé ó pray.
He prayed. Ó gbàdúrà.
Ẹ rí wípé
You will see that
Abraham dúró lórí ìlérí.
Abraham stood on the promises.
Ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti rí pé yàtọ̀ wà nìyẹn.
And that is where you know the difference.
Òun challenge Ọlọ́run.
He challenged God.
Èmi ló ṣáà ní kí n máa tẹ̀lé
You
Ọlọ́run.
said I should follow you.
Èmi ò ṣáà lọ́mọ.
I don't have a
Ó
child.
dẹ̀ sọ pé èmi ló fi irú ọmọ fún.
You say you will give me.
Ó dẹ̀ sọ pé èmi ló gba ilẹ̀ fún.
You will acquire.
Èmi ni mo ṣáà ń lọ yìí.
I am going.
Ohun tó ń bá Ọlọ́run sọ ní tiẹ̀.
That was what he was
Ní
discussing
pé
with God.
ó dúró lórí ìlérí.
He stand on the promises.
Òun ò dúró lórí pé kóun ó pray.
Not that he should gbàdúrà.
Ìkejì
The second
ní
thing,
pé ó nígbàgbọ́ lórí ìrúbọ tó máa ń ṣe.
he has faith on the sacrifice he do.
Ǹjẹ́ pé èèyàn lè máa rúbọ
You can be making sacrifices
kó má rú láti inú
and it's not from the inward part.
kó dúró dìgbà tí wòlíì bá sọ pé lọ ṣe ìrúbọ
You
àdúrà
wait till the prophet say make a sacrifice for your
kó
prayers
tó gbé ìgbésẹ̀.
before taking a step.
Bọ̀ ibẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ ni mò ń lọ
That
sí.
is not where I'm going to.
Ibi tó kàn mí tí mò ń lọ sí
The one that concerns me
ni wípé Ábúráhámù
Abraham
àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀
and the children.
ogun ìpọ́njú ṣẹ́ fún wọn.
The battle of distress was conquered for them.
Nígbà tí gbogbo wọn lógun yẹn fẹ́ jà o.
The battle wants to fight all of them.
Ẹ rí i pé Bíbélì àgbẹ̀ ìyàn ńlá kan sì mú.
The battle will say there was a great famine.
Ní irú èyí tó ti kọ́kọ́ mú
The one that was
nígbà ayé Ábúráhámù.
in the time of Abraham.
Ìyẹn ni pé ogun yẹn ìyàn ìpọ́njú dìde nígbà ayé Ábúráhámù.
The battle of famine, affliction, rose.
Irú ẹ̀ tún wá rìpíìtì ara ẹ̀
Such repeated itself
nígbà ayé Ísákì.
at the time of Isaac.
Now ṣùgbọ́n o
But
Bíbélì pé Ísákì ó sì fún irúgbìn ní ilẹ̀ náà.
the Bible says Isaac sowed and
Ó sì là gidigidi.
he reaped a lot.
Now listen.
Dummy.
Ṣé Ísákì nìkan ló fún irúgbìn nílùú yẹn lọ́dún yẹn?
Was it Isaac alone that sowed in that town that year?
Òun nìkan kọ́.
He wasn't the only one.
Ṣùgbọ́n òun nìkan ni Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ogun tó ṣẹ́ fún bàbá rẹ̀ ṣẹ́ fún.
But he was the only one that conquered the battle that conquered for the father.
Ọjọ́ tí ogun tó bá ti ṣẹ́ nílé yín tó bá ti ṣẹ́ fún wọn náà ìtàn rẹ̀ change.
The day the battle that conquered for you in your house, that day your story changed.
Ó ti kọ́ ìtàn tuntun nìyẹn.
I've written a new story.
Jọ̀ọ́ irú ìtàn wo lò ń kọ báyìí?
What kind of story are you writing presently?
Irú ìtàn wo lèmi náà ń kọ báyìí?
What kind of story am I writing presently?
Ẹ rí i pé ìtàn ogun lẹ́lòmíràn ń kọ sílẹ̀.
People are writing the story of battle.
Ìtàn ogun.
The story of battle.
Ẹlòmíràn ń kọ ìtàn àìní sílẹ̀.
Some are writing the story of
Ní
lack.
àná,
Yesterday,
mo ṣe àpẹẹrẹ ìbéèrè kan.
I made an example of a question.
Mo ní kí èèyàn
For someone,
níbi ọ́ọ̀lù tá a lò.
the hall we used,
Mo ní kéèyàn ti kọ́kọ́ ní ilẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ yẹn.
if one had a land there,
Ká kán gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
then it was snatched away.
kán lọ fún níbòmí.
I gave him another.
tán bá gbarú bíi lọ́wọ́ èèyàn.
If they snatch this place from you,
tán bá fẹ́ fún ọ nílẹ̀ padà.
and they now want to give you a land,
ó súnmọ́ ibí jù.
at least it's closer.
ó lè tó rìn 5 minutes.
It might be maybe 5 minutes journey.
because kán tó lè gba ilẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Before they can snatch that land,
ó túmọ̀ sí pé ibẹ̀ yẹn ti níye lórí púpọ̀.
that means that place is more valued
ju ibi tó ń lọ sí.
than where you are going to.
now ibi tí mo wá dé dúró lélẹ́yìí.
This is where I stop.
tí ọlọ́run bá ti lè mú ìpọ́njú kúrò.
Once God take away affliction
nínú ayé ẹ̀ tàbí nínú iṣẹ́ ẹ̀.
from your life or work,
àwọn nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
some things will happen.
tí yóò jẹ́ àyípadà.
That it will be a turnaround.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín.
A lot of you,
kí n mọ̀ tán.
I shouldn't deceive you.
a wà nínú agbami ìpọ́njú tó jù wá lọ.
We are in a big flow of distress that is more than us.
ọkùnrin onísáàmù yìí wà nínú ẹ̀.
The psalmist was in it.
ó ní bí mo tilẹ̀ ń rìn nínú ìpọ́njú.
Even though I walk in distress,
ṣe ó mọ̀ pọ́n wà nínú ẹ̀.
he knows he's in it.
ibi tí mo ti ń ronú mi nìwọ̀nyí.
That is where I do think from.
ṣé o mọ̀ pé èèyàn lè lógo ṣùgbọ́n kí ìpọ́njú kó gbé ògo mi.
You can be glorious and distress will swallow your glory.
tún béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan pé ṣé o dẹ̀ wà ń bí láàárọ̀ yìí.
Ask someone else, are you here this morning?
èèyàn lè lógo
You can be glorious
kí ìpọ́njú
and distress
kó gbé ògo kó gbé mi.
swallow your glory.
ní irú àkókò yẹn.
A time like that,
àwọn opportunity kéékèèké tó yẹ kó ní láti jẹ́ kó rógo lò láyé.
àǹfààní that you ought to have to use your glory
nǹkan kékeré báyìí ni.
is just a little thing.
bọ̀ tí ìpọ́njú bá wà.
But if there is distress,
ṣé o rí.
you see,
wàá rí oore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá.
you will get a great
bọ̀
grace.
torí ìpọ́njú kékeré.
Because of that little affliction or
èèyàn lè
distress,
miss ògo ayérayé.
you can miss everlasting glory.
tí ìpọ́njú bá wà.
If there is affliction or distress,
ẹlòmíràn ṣe ń le.
some are just chasing it
ní ìgbà tó ti fẹ́ tán.
when it's about to get late.
nígbà
When
tó ti fẹ́ tán.
it's about to get late.
ẹ gbọ́ eléyìí dáadáa.
Listen to this.
ní ṣe last 2 months ni.
Bóyá oṣù méjì sẹ́yìn,
tàbí bí oṣù kan sí bíbí.
or a month to this place,
lọ jíṣẹ́ tí mo ní káwọn ọmọ yìí ṣe ní bíbí fún yín. ní bí oṣù kan sẹ́yìn.
like a month ago,
èmi àti àwọn èèyàn mi kan ń rìnrìn àjò.
I and some of my people were on a journey.
bàbá kan wá dó nínú wa ní prophet.
A man said, Wòlíì,
tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ máa ń sọrú nǹkan wọ̀nyí lójú wa nìkan.
if you did say these things before us alone,
tí a rí.
and we did not see them,
ó ṣòro ó gbàgbọ́.
it is difficult to believe.
mo ní ó kí ló ṣòro ó gbàgbọ́
I said,
bẹ́ẹ̀.
why is it difficult?
wọ́n ní ẹ rí báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń ṣe sí i.
Don't you see how people are doing to you?
wọ́n ní tí kì í tún ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn dúdú bíi tiwa.
Not black like us.
wọ́n ní iyì àti ògo yẹn tún ran àwọn náà.
But honor and glory come to them too.
mo wá sọ nǹkan kan fún wọn.
I told them something.
mo ní ìṣòro tí àwa ẹ̀dá ní lónìí.
The problem we human have
tí ò
today,
jẹ́ kí ogo ṣẹ́ fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀
the
wa.
battle was not conquered quickly.
mo ní méje ni.
I said 7,
mo ní bọ̀d máa fún yín ní mẹ́ta.
but I will give you 3.
mo ní number 1
Ìkíní,
ní kéèyàn ro ara rẹ̀ pin pátápátá.
to lose hope completely.
tó o bá ní ògo láyé.
If you are glorious,
tó o bá ti lè ro ara rẹ̀ pin.
once you lose hope on yourself,
bọ̀dá
Brother.
mọ́mí etí lolúwa rẹ̀ àfi mọ́ gbọ́ ògo.
you just hear about glory.
ibi ọjà kékeré tó ń tà.
The little business you have,
tó o bá ti ro ara rẹ̀ pin níbi
once
ọjà
you lose yourself, you lose hope on it.
gbàgbé pé o lè jèrè ńlá ń bẹ̀.
Forget about great profit.
bọ̀ tó o bá rí ara rẹ̀
But if you see yourself
bí ẹni tó lè jèrè
as someone that can be profitable
lórí ọjà yẹn
on that business,
tó lè ra lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀
that can get a
tó
land,
lè kọ́lé ń bẹ̀
can build a
tó
house,
lè jẹ́ èèyàn ń bẹ̀
and you can be important,
tó jẹ́ pé àfojúsùn rẹ nìyẹn.
that is your focus.
no àwọn kan ti ṣiṣẹ́ ìjẹ́ èèyàn
Some has done this and they become important.
kò possible kó má ṣe
So
tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
change, your own will be possible.
mo ní ìkejì
The second thing
tí ó máa ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn
that happens to people,
tí ògo kì í ṣe é dé
that glory will not come,
tí wọ́n ní wípé
it is
fífarawé ẹni tó dúró tì ọ́.
you compare yourself with the person standing by
ẹ jẹ́
you.
ìṣàpẹẹrẹ kan fún yín.
Let me make an example.
tẹ́ ẹ bá wọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ jókòó
If
yìí.
you look at how everyone's seated,
ṣé ẹ rí ẹlòmíràn tẹ́ ẹ rí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yìí.
some beside you,
wọ́n wà ní irú àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní.
the kind of people that they have,
o lè má ní o.
you might not have them.
but nǹkan kan gbé yín pàdé.
But something make you meet each other.
n tó gbé yín pàdé ní ìlàkọjá kan tí ẹ̀ ń là
Make you
kọjá.
meet each other is a challenge you're passing through.
tó o bá dé ilé ẹlòmíì.
If you get to some people's house,
lọ́wọ́ máa gbé ṣé pé ẹni tó báyìí.
say, so this is who this person is.
bọ̀ nítorí aṣọ tó wọ̀.
But because of the clothes he's putting on,
nítorí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jọ sùn.
because you slept together on a mat,
tó o bá rí ẹlòmíì.
if you see
ó
someone
lè sọ Yorùbá jù mí lọ.
can speak Yoruba more than me,
wàá wá máa wo pé sẹ́ni tiẹ̀ kàwé báyìí sá.
is this person well educated at all?
láì mọ̀ wípé
Not knowing.
nǹkan kan ló pa á lẹ́nu mọ́ bí ẹni tí ó kàwé.
Little things shut him up like an illiterate.
so nígbà tó bá wá rìn mọ́.
So when you move closer,
torí iye ìwé ẹ̀rí tó gbélé ọwọ́.
if you see the certificates and the qualifications,
ìgbà ẹ lọ á mọ̀ pé irú ẹni yóò ṣe é farawé.
that is when you will know that I can't compare myself with this person.
wá wo eléyìí o.
Look at this.
sàn pẹ̀lú bọ̀dá tó jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́
You
yẹn.
know the brother that is seated beside you
ó wà ń bí àdúrà níbí.
is in the place of prayer.
ó ń ṣe bí ẹni tébi ń pa.
He is doing as if he's hungry.
ṣé o mọ̀ pé màmá rẹ lè wà ní another church or mountain.
The mother can be in Ijo Mira Biorioke
kó máa gbàdúrà ń bẹ̀.
praying for him.
ìyàwó ẹ̀
The wife
ó lè wà ní another church
might be in Ijo Mira
kó máa gbàdúrà ń bẹ̀.
praying for him.
but ìwọ
But you,
kò sí ẹnì kankan
nobody is standing for you
tó dúró fún ọ
that could stand in gap for
ní
you.
irú àkókò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
A time like that,
ó wá dédé dúró.
you are just standing.
ó ń wo pé èmi àti ẹjọ́ wà ń
You say,
ṣàwáwù.
we are in the same level.
ní ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà
A lot of time,
ẹni tó farawé yẹn jìnnà sí
the
ọ.
one you compare yourself with is far away from you.
ìdá fi jìnnà síra kì í ṣe díẹ̀.
The distance is not little.
mo ní ìkẹta
I said the top thing
òun lélẹ́yìí o.
is this one.
kí wọ́n fúnra rẹ
You yourself,
kó o má tilẹ̀ ro èrò rere kankan
you
sí
don't
ara
even
rẹ.
have any good thought towards yourself.
nínú méje mo sọ méjèèje fún ọ ṣùgbọ́n mi ò ní sọ
I
pé
gave
torí
them the
pé
seven, but I will not give
ibi
you the seven.
àdúrà yẹn ló ń ṣe mí.
Because he's doing me like prayers.
kéèyàn jókòó
You are seated.
kó má tiẹ̀ ro rere kankan sí ara
You
ẹ̀.
did not think of any good things towards yourself.
gbogbo ìrònú ẹ̀ láyé
All your thinking
òdì.
negative.
ṣé ẹ gbóòótọ́
We hear the truth.
ogun àkọ́kọ́ tó kọ́kọ́ ṣẹ́ fún mi láyé nìyẹn.
That was the first battle that I conquered in my life.
ogun àkọ́kọ́
The first battle.
kò sí bó o ṣe lè ṣètò.
There is no how you can do it.
ó lè rí mi kí n ro èrò búburú sí ara
You
rẹ̀.
can't see me thinking of evil towards myself.
láéláé
Never.
mi ìmọ̀ bóun yẹn ṣe lè le
I
tó.
don't know how tough the battle might be.
mi tẹ̀ tí ìmọ̀ bó ṣe
I
fẹ́ rí.
don't even know.
gbogbo tó bá wà lọ́kàn mi ni pé
Everything that will be in my heart is,
mi ò wá sí ayé yìí lásán.
I did not come to this life empty-handed.
ó ní ìdí kan
As a reason
tí a fi rán mi.
that I've been sent.
so ìdí yẹn
So the reason
ni mo máa dúró lé lórí.
is what I stand on.
so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín
So a lot of you,
àìró débi iṣẹ́ tí ẹlòmíràn ń ṣe.
even to the work some are into,
èrò tí mìíràn yín rò sí iṣẹ́ yín jùlọ ní pé àṣà àjẹun.
your thinking towards your work is we should eat. That's all.
n tó wá ṣe láyé ju
That's
àṣà
why you
àjẹun.
come to this world, just to eat.
n tó lúwa fi rán ọ
What God sent you with
sí ayé yìí
to this world,
ó ju àjẹun.
it is more than eating alone.
tó o bá lọ ó jẹun.
If you say you want to eat,
àwọn kan wà tó yẹ kó jẹun lọ́wọ́
there
ẹ̀.
are some people that ought to eat from you.
tó jẹ́ pé tí wọ́n bá jẹun lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àdúrà àwọn ò lè jẹ́ kó nísìmí.
But if they don't eat from you, their prayer will never give you rest.
kò lè jẹun.
It won't.
ibù tó bá délé
Even if you get them,
tó wá jẹ́ pé á jẹun ló dúró lé.
if you start on we will eat.
tó lọ́mọ tó láya
You
tàbí tó
have
lọ́kọ.
children, you have wife or husband.
ó lè lọ láàárọ̀
You can go in the morning.
tó bá máa padà dé
When
nírọ̀lẹ́.
you come back in the evening,
àwọn aráalé ó béèrè pé kí ló mú bọ̀.
the people at home will ask you, what do we bring?
mi ì ní sọ yìí tó kù o.
I won't tell you the rest.
ṣùgbọ́n ibi tí mò ń lọ láàárọ̀ yìí
We are going to this
ni
morning.
pé o gbúdọ̀ mọ̀
You must know
pé nǹkan nǹkan kan ń ṣe mí.
Something is happening to me.
So torí pé mo fẹ́ kẹ́ láàrin ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú àkọ́kọ́.
Within the first 30 minutes,
ẹ fẹ́ kígbe kan sí
you want
ọ.
to cry to the Lord.
Torí àdúrà tó máa mú àyípadà dé
Because
lọ.
the prayer will bring a turnaround to you.
Tí n bá parí ìpele àkọ́kọ́.
Once I complete this first stage,
Tí n bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì.
if I will start the second stage,
Owó á lè má gbà dáadáa o.
you may not pray very well.
But mo mọ̀ pé tó o bá gba eléyìí.
And more, I know if you pray this one,
Mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
rest assured something will happen.
Mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀run kan máa ṣí.
Rest assured a heaven will open.
Kí èmi náà ó fi tí màá fi mọ̀ pé ogun tún ṣẹ́ fún ọ.
No more battle is conquered for you.
Ní ilé mo sọ nǹkan kan lánàá fún yín.
I said something yesterday.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ rí online.
People that said it online.
Màmá kan sọ testimony in Canada last 3 weeks.
A woman shared a testimony in Canada last 3 weeks.
Anniversary 5 years.
While we were celebrating the 5-year anniversary.
Ó láwọn wọ́n fẹ́ òun wá iṣẹ́.
She said she was searching for a job.
Iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú kọ̀ǹpútà.
And the job has to do with a computer.
Òun ò mọ bá tiẹ̀ ṣe ń gbọ́wọ́
She
kọ̀ǹpútà
doesn't
rárá.
know how to operate it at all.
Òun ti lulẹ̀.
She has failed.
Ó ní ni mo bá dédé
And I
lójú o.
came in the dream.
Ní Amẹ́ríkà.
In America,
Mo ní mo á jà lọ.
I said, let's go.
Sí Adamimogo School of Kílẹ̀ ló pé.
School of Computer.
School of Computer.
I'll take you to Adamimogo School of
Ìjọ
Computer.
ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti rìn ìjọ òun lẹ rí tá a dá School of Computer alẹ́.
Where did you see
Lónìí
School
mo
of
dédé
Computer?
mú un lójú àlá
Said, I
yẹn.
took her in the
Mo
dream.
bá mú un lọ sí School of
I
Computer.
took her to School of Computer.
Èmi mo tún ń kọ́ òun.
I was the one teaching her.
Ṣé mo mọ bá ṣe ń gbé kí gbì àbí kílẹ̀ máa ń tẹ̀ yẹn sifti keyboard rẹ̀ ní ọ̀tí ẹ̀ kí n ṣeré o.
It's not a joke.
But àwọn èèyàn wọn à ń gbàgbọ́.
They don't believe.
Ìdí dáadẹ̀ ṣe ń gbàgbọ́ ni pé at times mo máa ń ṣe nǹkan mo máa ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan.
I do some things.
Ó máa dẹ́rù bà yín.
It will scare you.
For example ìgbà tí mo ní mo dára tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì
When
fún
I said
ara
I
mi.
bought a ticket myself.
Tí àwọn tó dẹ̀ jọjọ̀gbọ́n tí wọn ò rí ṣe. So gbàgbọ́ yín ni pé bàbá lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà.
A lot of time.
Mo lè eré mi and àṣeyọrí kì í jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín mọ̀ wípé ọ̀pọ̀ nǹkan tó mọ̀.
Most things you know.
Mi ò mọ̀.
I don't know it.
Bọ̀n tó ṣe mí ni pé.
But what happened is.
Mi ìgbàgbọ́ pé nǹkan kan wà tí mi ò lè mọ̀.
I don't believe that there is something I can't know.
Ṣé o ní bó ṣe ń wò mí?
As you're looking at me.
Ìjọ kan.
A day.
Mo pe àwọn àgbàlagbà àwọn ọmọ wòlíì mi.
I called the sons of prophet, they were seated.
Mo wá ní àgbáyé.
I said all over the world.
Mo ní ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ irú nǹkan báyìí tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Do you know these things that do happen?
No. Ẹnìkan ìyẹn tẹ kàwé gidi.
Down is so
ọkà Cambridge ọkà ju Cambridge lọ.
He studied a lot.
Wọ́n ní pẹ́ ó lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣá.
It might be so.
Torí pé mo mọ ohun tí mò ń sọ.
Because I know what I'm saying.
Mo wá ní ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi mú remote yẹn.
I said please bring the remote.
Mo ní ẹ bá mi tẹ nǹkan báyìí.
I said press this.
On the prophet, this is the first time
ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ lélẹ́yìí.
tí àwọn ò rí irú nǹkan báyìí.
They will see things like this.
Tẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ káyé yunifásitì yẹn.
And you are leaned.
Mo ní ibi tí ọkàn yín wà ní.
This is where your heart is.
Mo ní ṣùgbọ́n ṣé orí èmi.
But you see
mi ò gbàgbọ́ wípé.
I never believe.
Tèmi ló burú jù.
That mine is the worst.
Bó ti wù kó gun ẹ ó le tó.
No matter how tough your battle is.
Màmá yẹn ni mo dẹ̀ kọ́ o.
One woman said I taught her how to use computer.
Nígbà tó débi interview.
When she got to the interview.
Lójúmọ́.
In the morning.
Ó pass jù.
She passed.
Ẹ gbọ́ ni àkẹ́bí ẹ̀yẹ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ rí online.
Everyone saw it online.
Ó pass jù.
She passed.
Ipò ọ̀gá náà tún fún.
She was given the post of a boss.
Lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ó ti ní lẹ́mbẹ̀ ó ti ní mọ́tò
After
bẹ́ẹ̀.
that she had to car a house.
Ìkọ̀mpútà tí ò sí lójú ọ̀nà ẹ̀.
Computer that was not on her way at all.
Nítorí pé.
Because.
Ó bá ìpè kan pàdé.
She encountered a calling.
Ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ dẹ̀rọ̀ mọ́.
And the faith clings to it.
Ó dẹ̀ má yí padà wá.
And brought a turnaround.
Mo rántí.
I remember.
Ọmọbìnrin kan sọ ẹ̀rí kan bí láyé àtijọ́.
One lady shared a testimony at those days.
Ó ní Olúwa ní kó mọ bọ̀ níbí lóru.
She said God said that
mi ti ẹ̀rántí bó ṣe sọ yẹn mọ́. Mo ní ṣùgbọ́n bóyá aṣọ búlù kan ló ní mo wọ̀. Òun fún ara rẹ̀ rí ara rẹ̀ bí ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀.
She saw herself as a sinner.
Wọ́n lòun bá wọ bíbí.
But she entered.
Mo ní mo wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ àánú fóun.
I was speaking about mercy.
Ṣùgbọ́n òun sọ̀rọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ tó kò yẹ fóun tó rí.
Though she was not fit for what she received.
Bọ̀ kó tó lè gbéra láti ilé lóru.
For her to leave her house in the
Kó
middle
dẹ̀
of the night.
tẹ̀lé ìtọ́ni débí.
And follow the direction to this place.
ó dẹ̀ di ẹ̀rí tí gbogbo àgbáyé pa ọwọ́
And
sí.
she got a testimony that everyone was clapping for.
Now ìbéèrè mi wá ní fún ọ pé
The question for you is,
tó o bá ti rí ara rẹ bí ẹni tó gun lè ṣe
once you
fún.
don't see yourself, that battle can be conquered for you.
Nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
3 things will happen.
1.
Ìkíní,
wàá wà lára àwọn tó sọ pé Ọlọ́run kì í gbọ́ àdúrà.
you will be part of people that say God doesn't answer prayers.
Number 2.
Ìkejì,
wàá wà lára àwọn tó ní Ọlọ́run kò sí.
you will be among those that say there is no God.
pé àwọn kan ti ṣe débi pé
Some has done it to the
wọ́n
point.
gbàgbọ́ pé Ọlọ́run kì í gbọ́ àdúrà.
They believe God doesn't answer prayers.
àwọn kan ti bá tiwọn débi pé
Some has gotten to a point,
Ọlọ́run kò sí.
there is no God.
Ìkẹta,
Third,
àwọn ti bá tiwọn débi pé
they got to a level,
ibi a ṣe dá mi lélẹ́yìí.
this is how I'm being created.
ìyá Jábésì ló
Mother of Jabez
ló sọ Jábésì lórúkọ ogun.
gave Jabez a battle name.
ṣùgbọ́n Jábésì ò rí ara rẹ̀ bí ẹni tí Adámọ́ ogun.
But Jabez did not see himself as if he was created with
ìyá rẹ̀ ò gbàdúrà rẹ̀.
The mother did not pray for him.
òun fúnra ara rẹ̀ ló gbàdúrà
He
rẹ̀.
was the one that prayed for himself.
nígbà tó rí pé òun gbé inú ìpọ́njú.
When he sees that he was in distress,
ṣé ẹ rí kò sí iye owó tó lè kó fún ọ.
there is no amount of money that can be given to you.
tí ogun
In battle,
á fi nǹkan rere ṣòfò bá ń gbénú ayé rẹ̀.
if a wasteful battle is in your life,
ṣé o mọ̀ pàdúrà ní ti ń di méjì.
my prayer is 2 now.
ìpọ́njú
Affliction.
ogun á fi nǹkan rere ṣòfò.
The battle of that waste good things.
sórí méjì àkọ́kọ́ tí mo fẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbà yẹn.
The first 2 things I want us to pray
tí
on.
ogun á fi nǹkan rere ṣòfò bá ń gbé ara ẹ̀.
If the battle that wastes good things is in your life,
kò sí iye tán lè kó fún ọ.
there is no amount that can be given to you.
owó yẹn máa tán.
The money will be exhausted.
bí ogun á fi nǹkan rere ṣòfò.
If the battle that wastes good things
tó bá wà ní ara ẹ̀.
is in your body,
wàá yẹ fún nǹkan.
you will be fit for something,
ẹlòmíràn ló máa lò.
but they will give it to another person
nítorí pé hin tó wà lára ẹ̀.
because of what is in your body.
ṣùgbọ́n bí Ọlọ́run bá ti lè jáde.
But once God pushes out
tí wọ́n gbàgbọ́ pé èmi kọ́ rè.
and you believe, no, this is not me,
nǹkan kan ló wá sí ọkàn.
something came to your heart,
Jósẹ́fù
to Joseph's heart,
nígbà tó padà rí bàbá ẹ̀.
when he saw the father.
ẹ rí wípé
You see that?
aṣọ bàbá yẹn
The cloth of the father,
ni aṣọ rẹ̀ ni Jósẹ́fù aṣọ Jósẹ́fù ni bàbá rẹ̀ gbà.
the garment of Joseph was what the father collected.
nígbà tán fi wọn pé ẹranko búburú ti
When
pàjẹ́.
they told him that wild animal killed him,
pẹ̀lú bó ṣe lẹ́jẹ̀ tó
as food with blood,
bàbá yẹn gbóòórùn ẹ̀.
the father sniffed it.
Number 2
Èkejì,
ìgbà tó padà rí Jósẹ́fù
when he saw Joseph again,
ó tún gbóòórùn ara
sniffed
rẹ̀.
his body.
ṣé ọmọ mi yẹn náà ṣáà lè
Is
ṣe.
this my son?
nínú ọkàn rẹ̀ lọ́rùn
In his heart,
Jósẹ́fù mọ̀ wípé
Joseph no.
aṣọ yẹn ló ṣe é ní ló dàrú mójú bàbá.
That cloth is giving him a double mind.
èwo ni ti aṣọ ọmọ mi.
But which one is my son's clothes?
ọ̀run in tó fi ń dá bàbá rẹ̀ lóhùn ni pé
What he answered the father is,
nítòótọ́
truly,
aṣọ mi lẹ̀jẹ̀ wà.
my clothes, the blood was on my
aṣọ mi
clothes.
náà fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹran sí.
They put blood on my clothes,
ṣùgbọ́n èmi kọ́ ni wọ́n pa.
but I wasn't the one that was killed.
ta ló gbọ́ ohun tí mo wí.
Who heard what I said?
aṣọ mi
My clothes,
lẹ rí lóòótọ́ tán ya.
you saw my clothes torn,
ṣé ẹ rí ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ rí lára ẹ̀.
the blood that was on
kì
it
í ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi.
was not my blood.
n tó wà lára ẹ̀
What was on it
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹlẹ́jẹ̀ ni.
was another man's blood.
ṣùgbọ́n èmi o
But
èmi rèé mi ò kú.
here I am, I'm not dead.
èmi rèé o
Here I am,
mo ìwà láyé.
I'm still alive.
ẹ̀yin wo lẹ wà láyé níbí.
How many people are alive here?
tí ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé
And you know,
ó rọ̀ yín lọ́rùn láti jẹ́ èèyàn.
it is easy to become somebody.
kí mo fẹ́ kó ké.
I want you to cry.
èmi lélẹ́yìí.
Here I am.
mo ti débi tí mo ń lọ báyìí o.
I've gotten to where I'm going to now.
mo ti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀.
I've spoken to you a bit.
sórí mo fẹ́ kó sọ́ dìbínú
I
ńlá.
want you to be angry.
àdúrà kọ́kọ́ rè.
Here is the first prayer.
Olúwa ṣí ọ̀run àánú fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí.
Put the heaven of mercy for me.
bí ọwọ́ yẹn méjèèjì sókè.
It's a two-way song.
ìgbé yẹn mo fẹ́ kó ga jù.
Want your cry to be
mo fẹ́ tẹ̀sí ohun ẹ̀ wò.
Want to test your voice.
Olúwa ṣí ọ̀run àánú fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí.
Put the heaven of mercy for me.
jẹ́ kí ọ̀run àánú ó ṣí fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí.
Heaven of mercy be
Yẹ́yẹ́yẹ́yẹ́yẹ́. mo ti bọ́ ọ sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ti ń gbàdúrà yóò tí ì dára tó. Jẹ́ kí ọ̀run àánú ó ṣí fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí. Kí ọ̀run àánú ó ṣí fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí. Jésù Olúwa wa. Ṣé rí ẹni tí ọ̀run àánú bá ti ṣí fún? Òun lógún màmá ń ṣẹ́ fún. Kì í ṣe pé mo máa ń dédé bá yín sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀.
Lord, I don't speak to you anyhow.
Mo máa ń sọ fún yín kẹ́ ẹ lè mọ ibi tẹ́ ń lọ.
I do tell you so that you can know where you're going to.
Kí ẹ dẹ̀ lè mọ̀ pé ogun lè ṣẹ́ fún yín.
So that you can be sure that battle can be conquered for you.
Màmá, ogun lè ṣẹ́ fún ọ.
Mommy, battle can be conquered for you.
Mo sọ fún àwọn kan mo ní màmá.
I told somebody, I said, Mommy,
wọ́n fogun ja ọmọ rẹ.
they wage war against your children.
Ọmọ kan náà fogun
It is
jà.
not the children they are waging war against.
Ìwọ náà fogun
It
jà.
is you that they are waging war against.
Ìdí tẹ́ ṣe ń fogun ja ọmọ
The
ẹ.
reason why they wage war against your
Ni
children,
pé
it is
kó má lè péjú ẹ.
so that he or she will take care of you.
Kó má bàa lè jèrè lórí ẹ.
So that you will be profitable on your
Ṣé
children.
a rí láàárọ̀ yìí bọ̀dá?
This morning, brother,
Mo fẹ́ kó ké.
I want you to cry.
Wà ní ìwọ dídí ẹ̀mí
You will
ìpọ́njú.
feel the spirit of affliction.
Ó yá jáde lára mi.
Out of my life.
Sórí wàá máa ní ara
You
yẹn.
will shake your
Ìwọ dídí ẹ̀mí ìpọ́njú.
spirit of affliction.
Ṣé a rí ojú ẹ̀ ń lọ?
Face will be strong.
Ìwọ dídí ẹ̀mí ìpọ́njú.
Spirit of affliction.
Kí ló ṣe lára mi?
You want it.
Ó yá jáde. Ó yá. Túbọ̀ múra sí àdúrà yóò. Àárọ̀ yìí ló yẹ kó gbàdúrà dáadáa. Òwúrọ̀ yìí ló yẹ kó gbàdúrà. Àárọ̀ yìí ló yẹ kó bá Olúwa sọ. Ìwọ dídí ẹ̀mí ìpọ́njú. Jésù Olúwa wa. Dear pray.
Let's pray.
Hey, auntie.
Auntie.
Adamimogo. Ó dùn, ó yàtọ̀, oyin mọ̀mọ́.
Ẹ má gbọ́ lọ, ẹ má gbọ́ lọ, ẹ má gbọ́ lọ. Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Ẹ má gbọ́ lọ. Ẹgbẹ́ ìpolówó ọjà yín wá. Kẹ̀jẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Ojúlówó ìròyìn. Lọ́dọ̀ wa ò lẹ́ ó sì yọ. Ìròyìn tó ń kọ́ ni lọ́gbọ́n. Ìbílẹ̀ ó sì máa gbọ́. Adamimogo 107.7. Ìjọ Èkìtì làwà láti ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Adamimogo 107.7. Bọ́sẹ̀ Adé Ìwà ló wí pé ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ.
Adamimogo.
Àbárí àrèlè ògo ọmọ ọlọ́lá. Àbárí àmọ̀tí ìkúnlẹ̀ rẹ̀ lọ òyìnbó kókó. Pẹ̀lú ọpẹ́ sí Ọlọ́run ni akéde ìpapòdà bàbá wa Pa Joshua Ọmọdán ẹni tí ó jáde láyé lẹ́nu ọdún 78 years. Pa Joshua Ọmọdán. Ọmọ Ọmọdán jọ̀wọ́ òkìrí bíi ti léwu. Ọmọ ọlọ́kẹ́ kí mọ̀ọ́kẹ́ gígùn. Ọmọ ọlọ́kẹ́ kan gùn kan má kọ́ni lọ́rùn báyìí ọmọ ni. Ọmọ ọlọ́dọọdẹ kan kò kòkó lulẹ̀ níjẹ̀lú ọ̀run rẹ̀ ò bàbá ọmọ. Bí ètò ìsìnkú yóò ṣe lọ nìyí lọ́jọ́ 18 oṣù kẹfà 18 June 2025 ní ìsìn àṣálẹ́ orin onígbàgbọ́ nílé rẹ̀ nọ́mbà 59 ilé ìsàjìyàn Ìpó ti Èkìtì. Lọ́jọ́ yìí kan náà ni a ó tẹ bàbá ní ìtẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ láti aago 11 alẹ́ dilẹ̀ mọ́ gbèrè. Tó bá di ọjọ́ 19 19th June ni a ó ṣe ìsìn nínú ìjọ wọn Seventh Day Adventist Church nọ́mbà 1 Ìpó ti Èkìtì. Lẹ́yìn èyí ni a ó lọ fi eru fún eru erùpẹ̀ fún erùpẹ̀ ó wá darí sí Kúnlé Àjàyí Event Center fún ayẹyẹ ẹni ọmọ sin lọ́jọ́ 21 21st June ní ìsìn ìdúpẹ́ nínú ìjọ wọn bákan náà. Bàbá Joshua Ọmọdán ọ̀run rẹ̀ o àwọn ọmọ ló ń kéde fún gbogbo ẹbí. Bàbá ọmọ ti lọ orí ju wá sí ọmọ rẹ̀ gúdù báyìí ló dá o.
Èyí Alice òjò rùbùtù ayẹni alias èyí pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ lùṣèkìtì kórèlé ògo lẹ́yìn kó ti lo 110 years èyí pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ ọ̀dàbọ̀.
Jerusalem tọrùn orí mi ìlú mi
Friday June 13 2025 ní àrẹ̀sọ onígbàgbọ́ láago márùn-ún rọ̀lẹ́ lulẹ̀rán nọ́mbà K49 Ìdọ̀fin Street Òṣì Èkìtì lẹ́bẹ̀lẹ́ àti tẹ̀ ìyẹ́ ló tẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹ sátidé June 14 lẹ́ẹ̀tọ́ ìsìnkú láàárọ̀ kùtù ní Ìdọ̀fin Street Òṣì Èkìtì gẹ̀rẹ̀ kàbá ti tẹ̀ ìyẹ́ síbojì lulẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́tù lẹ́rẹ̀ quarters Ológbò Road Òṣì Èkìtì láyà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dágbére láago mọ́kànlá àárọ̀ ní CAC Òṣìṣọ́nà headquarters Òṣì Èkìtì ayẹyẹ ògbólójó reception látẹ̀lé níwájú Federal Science and Technology College Òṣì Èkìtì ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ àtọmọ ọmọ bó ṣe mú yẹn gan lígbẹ̀yìn yẹra o ọ̀kárẹ́ o ọmọ ọ̀ṣun ọmọ olúre ọmọ egígun gbígbí jẹ́lẹ̀ lulẹ̀ àbá rẹ̀ wọlọ́mọlẹ́dàfẹ́ òróró bílẹ̀ ọmọlẹ́dàfẹ́ ọ̀jábọ̀yèdè ọ̀dàbọ̀ ọmọ ọmọ rẹ̀ Fẹ́mi Ògúnládé alias Pabo ní ìṣùkéde.
gbogbo ọmọ àti olùgbé ìlú Èkìtì tó ń tàwọn agbègbè ẹ̀ ẹ̀sùnmọ́ bí ẹ̀wà gbọ́ ò gbọ̀ngàn ayẹyẹ tẹ́ ẹ ti lè ṣe àkànṣe ètò bí ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí àbí ìgbéyàwó ráńpẹ́ ìpàdé ọ̀rẹ́dẹgbẹ́ ìpàdé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìpàdé mọ̀lẹ́bí tó ń tonírúurú ìpàdé àti ayẹyẹ tí ò ní gbà ju 50 àbí 100 àwọn èèyàn lọ ti dé sí ìlú Ìdó Èkìtì Adamimogo event hall ó wà ní Adamimogo 107.7 FM láàfin Olójúdó ti Ìdó Èkìtì àyíká tó rẹwà tó sì mọ́ tónítóní pẹ̀lú oyè tó ń kúrìrì iná ọba tó dúró déédéé ààyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí pẹ̀lú ààbò tó dájú ẹ tún lè ṣàgbéjáde àwọn ètò yín lórí àwọn ìkànnì ayélujára wa gbogbo ẹ kàn sí wa lónìí fún àkànṣe ìpàdé tó ń ta ayẹyẹ yìí tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà àbí kẹ́ ẹ pé 0803 526 5812 àbí 0916 340 0878 àti 0806 511 4430 ẹ tún lè pé 0806 380 8891 Adamimogo event hall gbọ̀ngàn fún ògùn ayẹyẹ.
Thursday ọjọ́ karùndínlógún oṣù kẹjọ ọdún tó kọjá ní àràbà ńlá lọ níjù tẹ̀rìnlá ṣubú tí ò lè dìde tí bàbá wa Honourable Samson bàbá ń bọ̀ ní kòwé jáde láyé ní ìlú mọba Èkìtì lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ti lọ 100 years lókè èèpẹ̀.
má ṣe ilẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ni ọ́.
Thursday ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù yìí la gbé bàbá wa kúrò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ funeral home Adó Èkìtì wá sílé wọn láago 11 òwúrọ̀ tá a sì tẹ́ wọn ní títẹ̀ yẹ tí àṣálẹ́ orin onígbàgbọ́ yóò sì wà ní déédéé agogo 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ní nọ́mbà 11 Awólọ́wọ̀ Street ìlú ọmọba Èkìtì Friday ọjọ́ kẹtàlá oṣù yìí ní ìsìn ìdágbére nílé ìjọsìn St Peter Anglican Church ìlú ọmọba Èkìtì déédéé agogo 10 òwúrọ̀ ní kété ni bàbá wa yóò wọ káàlẹ̀ sùn ní church cemetery ẹ̀yìn yìí ní ayẹyẹ àtijọ́ ẹnumọ́sìn yóò gbìnàyà ní àná playground lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ àná hall Ayégúnlẹ̀ Street ìlú ọmọba Èkìtì káàró bàbá wa late Honourable Samson bàbá ń bọ̀ ní kòwé oríkì rẹ̀ rèé.
ọmọ aná pàkan òṣèré pàkan ẹ̀rá mẹ́ta pàkan lúlẹ̀ wò àríjọ́ òdì pàkan kókù lọ́gọ́dọ̀ òṣèré kan kì í ṣe gbà kòkòrò rárá o bàbá ń bọ̀ ní o.
sùn rẹ o àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa létí Lydia Ṣùwálá Aládéjọbí ló ń kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ẹbí pátá.
ó yá gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ sin ẹran ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ tí ò mójú tí ẹ̀ tàbí ó fẹ́ ra oúnjẹ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ tí ń mú kí ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ sanra bímọ lógúnlógún lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n tàbí ó fẹ́ ra àwọn oògùn ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ táwọn àjọ akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ nípa ohun ọ̀sìn fọwọ́ sí ó yá tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ sí Gbíyèlé Farms and Agro-Allied Ventures láti lọ ra àwọn.
tẹratíkà oúnjẹ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀.
tó jẹ́ wípé tá a bá fi bọ́ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ láàrin oṣù mẹ́fà yóò wọn ìwọ̀n 100 kg o. àwọn oògùn bíi started professionals feed Bura Pro feed finisher pro feed gestation feed lactation feed àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ gbogbo àwọn oògùn àti oúnjẹ yìí wà fún ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ nìkan ni o ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ irú rẹ̀ rèé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì àìrìnjìnà ni òjì arábùkẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ nínú igbó ẹni dóko ọ̀sìn ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ Gbíyèlé Farms àrí ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ tó ju erin lọ o ọ́fíìsì wọn wà ní nọ́mbà 3B close Ìfẹ́lérè community opposite CAC Òkè Ayọ̀ Àdóhùn Àdó Èkìtì tẹlifóònù nọ́mbà wọn ni 08037054400 tàbí 09122601688 Gbíyèlé Farms and Agro-Allied Ventures àwọn lágbádé fún lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o.
ó dé o wọ̀kìlù mọ́ ètò kan lálẹ́ òní kàní Adamimogo kò tí ì dé gbogbo ayé ń sàárò ẹ̀ ó já sọpẹ́ ni o. ó já sọpẹ́ lẹ́tọ̀ tó borí afẹ́fẹ́ ó já sọpẹ́ lẹ́tọ̀ tó kọjá. bá gbogbo bá dún adún sílé ẹni tó mèrè bílú àgẹ̀rẹ́ bá dún adún sílé ẹni tó mọ̀lù bí Professor Yẹmí Làyísì bá ti gàtẹ́ ètò ó já sọpẹ́ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí kẹ́tí gbogbo tó máa gbọ́ ire lókùn gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé Monday lẹ́tọ̀ yóò mọ abátẹ́kùn sọ̀rẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 2 ọ̀sán títí dago 3 àbọ̀ ọ̀sán dán lórí rédíò Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ìdó Èkìtì pẹ̀lú abala àkóónú tó nítumọ̀ wùrúwẹ́rẹ́ là á mọ̀ fi wọlé sínú ètò níbi tẹ́ẹ̀tì mọ̀ túmọ̀ èdè Yorùbá sí Gẹ̀ẹ́sì nígbà tábalẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì jẹ́ mọ̀ bá wọn sọ kí la tún fẹ́ bá wọn sọ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ẹ wo ẹ má jẹ́ ń gbé yín débẹ̀ tán yányán ẹ pàdé Professor Yẹmí Lásìsì ọmọ ìyá ilé ìhédú ọmọ bàbá alákòótó lọ́jọ́ Monday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí lórí ètò ó já sọpẹ́ ni o fún ìpolówó ọjà tó ń kóhun tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ bá wa sọ kétò tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí 08038620163 ètò ó já sọpẹ́ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí bọ́lọ̀ ń fẹ́ àjọgbọ́ ni.
Democracy is about representation, accountability and responsibility to the electorate. Justifying the mandate and delivering the dividends to the common man should be the hallmark of our politics and governance. But this can only be done if we ask questions and hold our representatives accountable. Join Oladoyin Ayebusi on the follow-up Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido Ekiti. Let's discuss the very important issues, interview the persons involved, find out the truth of the matter, and follow up for the good of democracy. The follow-up, where it matters.
This is Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Ido Ekiti, the voice of the light. Turn up the vibe with Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Get ready to groove to the coolest beats, from funky rhythms to urban jams.
Former junior yellow, female yellow, green stalwarts Kende Musa continued to impress on a debut outing with a women's senior team at the 2025 Bukara 320I tournament in Kigali, Rwanda, powering Nigeria to 36-run win over Syria alone on Sunday. Musa was instrumental with a beat, with a bat and a ball, contributed the most runs to the 3 of 28 balls to steady the first innings for Nigeria, but also grabbed 2 wickets for just 7 runs and 4 overs. In the absence of captain Favour Esiegbe, Lilia Ude led the team out for the 6th game of the series, winning the toss and led into bat first on their way to back-to-back wins in the tournament. The 80-year-old Amusa, who is cutting her teeth at senior level in Rwanda, appeared Esther Sunday as Nigeria's openers and was until the 12th over after the few 4 of wickets tested the female yellow greens batting. Yes, Sandy also added 18 runs of 19 balls before she ousted in the 5th over, while Krista Bechokwan used 20 runs from 28 balls, also beefed up Nigeria's inning, which ended at 104 runs, all out in 19.4 overs. In the second innings, Iman Kamara proved off for the Nigerian bowlers, hitting 40 runs from 58 balls, not out to push the Sierra Leoneans to 68 runs for 10 in 20 overs. But it was still far off from their 105 targets. Nigeria's win was the 3rd of the tournament, and they remain 5th in the table with 6 points ahead of their next match against Malawi tomorrow. The top four spots which will move into the semi-finals of the tournament are currently occupied by Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe. The female yellow greens are outside the semi-final spot due to net run rate. The Kwibuka T20I tournament has been running since 2014. The most successful nation in the tournament is Kenya, which boasts of 4 titles, while host nation Rwanda have won it once. The 2024 edition was won by Uganda, with Zimbabwe finishing basketball. The River Sohopas kicked off their campaign in the 5th season of the Basket Africa League Finals at the Sunbet Arena in Pretoria, South Africa, with an 89-81 defeat against the nation outfit US Monster. In the city featured on Saturday, the Kingsmen, who were ranked as the 4th best team heading into the competition, went up against the 3rd seeded Monastir in what was the 5th meeting between the both franchises in the Basketball Africa League. history with the previous 4 clashes evenly split at 2 wins apiece. The Port Harcourt-based outfit narrowly edged the opening quarter 16-14, having made 14 field goal attempts and shooting 35.7% field goals, but their turnover stood at 4 compared to the 3 made by the Tunisian athletes. The second quarter saw the coach Oga Daudu, a leg side also Knika, via 2018 score line. This time, the Rivers Hoppers made 28 field goal attempts, but could only manage to shoot 28.6% field goals and made just 1 turnover compared to a whopping 8 committed by US Monster. Both teams went to the halftime break with the Hoppers holding at 36.2, 36-2 to 32 lead. Yes. Upon resumption of the third quarter, since took a downward turn for the Nigeria champions, Rivers Hoppers, as a Monster came out firing on all cylinders. The 9-time Tunisian champions shot a whopping 60% field goals from 15 field goal attempts amidst to turn to the tide. By the end of the third quarter, the scores stood at 66-62 in Monastar's favor. The fourth quarter also went the same way as the third, with Monastar edging 23-19 to finish the game with an 89-81 scoreline win. Despite the defeat, Rivers Hoppers forward Rafi Putini finished with a game high 28 points and 7 rebounds. The 35-year-old American also registered 1 assist and made 1 steal. White teammate Maduke Ake put up 15 points, 2 rebounds and an assist, and the 2 steals Peter Olisimaka. 33 they completed the trot of Hoopers players who ended up levelly delivery double figure holes as regards a point scored when it ended the game with 11 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists and 1 steal. The victory sees the Monastar pick up the seeding placement ahead of the BAL quarterfinals, which starts on Monday today. The Hoppers will be looking to respond when they take on to the court. Nigeria's Tobi Amusa recorded a fastest 100-meter time of the season with an 11.18 seconds. Finish at the Racers Grand Prix World Athletics Continental South Silver meeting in Kingston, Jamaica in the early hours of Sunday. Amusa Olu Alo placed the fourth in the highly competitive women's sprint final in front of 15,000 spectators that saw the top 4 athletes set season best marks, with the total top 2 also meeting the qualification standard for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. Running in lane 2 and the representative racers track lab at Tobi Amusa reacted to the gun in 0.198 seconds and crossed the line behind 3 Jamaicans and American, but showed mad improvement from the previous outing this year. The 11.18 seconds performance achieved the 10th of second of a season best of 11.28 seconds set at the Valley City Velocity in first in March. Yes, this was only her second 100-meter flat race of the season, and third in the last 40 months as she continues a gradual transition into sprinting from a specialist 100-meter hurdles events. The race was won by Jamaica's Tina Clayton, who clocked 10.98 seconds from lane 3 with a reaction time of 0. Combide produced a landmark performance on Sunday at the Zanemelski Brothers Memorial in Moscow, breaking a own national record in the 100 and the women's 3,000 meter steeplechase, despite finishing 5th in the race. Competing against a strong international field, the 20-year-old Nigerian clocked 10 minutes, 17 seconds to surpass our previous national best of 10 minutes, 22 seconds. set earlier in February 2024 in Asaba. The race held in challenging weather conditions at the Lusinki Stadium during Russia's Athletics Week. Saw the Ethiopians Element Valley third victory in 9 minutes 20 seconds, followed by compatriots Retu Mbappe Kele in 90 minutes 27 seconds. Russian athletes Anastasia Kresenakova 9 minutes 41 seconds, and Anna Tropina 9 minutes placed third and fourth respectively before that can be crossed the line and fifth. Yes, despite missing out on the podium finish, the performance reaffirms the compete's growing status in Africa middle standard distance of running, and it comes just a month after she narrowly missed the 1,500-meter national record during the National Sport Festival in Abeokuta, the 66th edition of the Zamanisky Brothers Memorial, returning to the international status this year following relaxed restrictions. Featured athletes from over 20 countries, including Ethiopia, Kenya, Cuba, and Namibia. Football, yes. I will talk about the Sporting Lagos, hopes of sealing an away victory and boosting their chances of qualifying for the Nigerian National League and the Super 8. Away dash on Sunday as they were held to a dramatic 3-3 draw by Solution FC at the Aqua City Stadium. Despite a stunning hat-trick from Aliu Ababa. And the tension sold the emotion loud in the counter. The Lagos side gave their all, but could only settle for a share of the spoils. Aliu Baba opened the scoring in the 29 minutes, firing past a Jetron Solution FC goalkeeper to handspot Lagos, the lead going into the break. The second half saw a revitalized Solution FC just 5 minutes. Chukwe Mekaro Yeka took matters into the Zosans with a stunning long range try from about 25 meters out, beating Sporting Lagos keeper Clinton Lawani. Only 4 minutes later, the host and the penalty following a hard ball in the box. Valentine Ago set up and calmly converted, sending Lawani the wrong way to give Solution FC the 2-1 lead. In the 64th minutes, Baba leveled the scoreline with a powerful header, and in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, he produced a moment of magic, falling home to complete his hat-trick and seemingly snatched off 3 points. However, just a minute later, Solutions FC divine victor out of final set, scoring a dramatic 90+4 equalizer to break Lagos' hearts. Reacting after the match, Sporting Lagos coach Sola Adegun visibly emotionally describing the result as a painful way to end the season. Sporting Lagos missed out on NLS Super 8 after finishing in 3rd position in the Conference B behind Kun Khalifa and Osun United. Our enthusiast Patrick Morondia, he said he started the piece by observing a mini silence for their 22 heroes from Kano State who lost their lives while returning home after representing their state at the 22nd National Sport Festival tagged Gateway Games 2024 in Ogun State from May 16 to 30, 2025. The victims are Nasiru Abdullahi, Aminu Mohammed, Shehu Saidu, Osman Muhammad, Sani Yusuf, Muhammad Aminu, Hamad Dahiro, Abdurrahman Moji, Abdulaziz Awalu, and Nasiru Adam. Others, Ibrahim Salisu, Bashar Bello, Imam Malik Amar, Bilal Salisu, Ashiru Shuaibu, Samad Rabiu, Abubakar Ismail, Bill Mahmoud, Hussein Gaba, Isa Musma, Aliyu, Isa Ibrahim, and Abdullah Saleh Torega. May their respective soul of funds rest in God's bosom. After denying themselves some comforts to train harder for the sport festival, these athletes and officials departed Kano on May 14. For the event which started on May 16. They participated in their various disciplines, some winning medals, while some others were not so lucky winning, but were happy their names were written on the register of participants for posterity. as the competition ended. Joyfully, they boarded the bus the way they came, heading back home to join their families. They left 2 weeks earlier, and shockingly, they never got back home alive, as the bus was involved in a fatal accident, which threw their lives while some lucky ones are in critical conditions and hospitals. Yes, the news of the accident and the casualties spread like wildfire. Less than 24 hours after the accident, news floated in from Kano that state government had approved 1 million naira for each of the deceased Atlas families. This action by the Kano state government raised the questions about the haste of the government in approving what has been termed an insult to the souls of the dead Atlas. Why some said, has life become so cheap that what a family gets for losing a loved one who was bubbling with life 2 weeks earlier, represented the states, is a meager 1 million naira. 1 million naira, majority, if not all the deceased, could be the breadwinners of their families, and yet the government was quick to announce that insulted some as a compensation for their families. Why couldn't the government officials wait to get a full report of what happened, think out a proper ways to commiserate with the affected families, and then work out a befitting compensation to support the families and help with the gap their dead would create? The rush to announce the compensation shows that there was no life insurance for the Atlas and their coaches in the first place. If there was, the immediate thing to do after visiting the families of the deceased Atlas as well as the injured ones staying in the hospital was to reassure them that the payment clause for their insurance will be triggered, while supporting them with whatever money they could muster momentarily. So to press on the fact that states don't ensure their athletes and technical officials, the National Sport Commission, NCE, NCS, NSC, the owners of the National Sport Festival, and the street's reaction following the Kano contingent accident, issued a statement describing the incident as a painful moment for the entire Nigerian sports family. The NSC chairman, Madam Shehu Diko, expressed sadness over the loss of lives, stating that the tragedy has cast a dark shadow over sports in the country. Yes. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles in Nigeria paid tribute to legendary captain and coach Stephen Okechukwu Kechi on the 9th anniversary of his passing, honoring his enduring legacy in Nigeria football. Stephen Kechi, affectionately called the Big Boss, died on June 7, 2016, at the age of 54. Revered for his leadership both on the pitch and from the sidelines, he remains the only Nigerian to have won the Africa Cup of Nations as a both player and a coach. In the triple shared various official X account on Sunday, the Nigerian national team held Kechi's impact on the Super Eagles and his belief in local talents. Current Super Eagles captain, who debuted under Kechi, William Trust Ikong, simply wrote RIP Idol as he quoted the tribute a day after celebrating his 10-year stint with the national team. Joining in the remembrance for Nigerian lawmaker and football enthusiast Akin Alabi, who posted a vintage video of Kechi from his playing days. In the accompanied capture, he praised the former central defender for his elegance and technical ability. A man born on January 23, 1962, Stephen Kechi had an illustrious playing career that saw him earn 16 caps for Nigeria and captaining the Eagles to glory at the 1994 AFCON in Tunisia. The same year, he featured prominently as Nigeria made his debut appearance at the FIFA World Cup in the United States of America. At club level, Stephen Kechi represented several teams across Africa, Europe, and Asia, most notably Anderlecht in Belgium, where he won the Belgian First Division title in 1991. his playing career also included spells in Ivory Coast, France, and United States and Malaysia. It's Agu we talk about. We own Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has turned down a renewed mega offer from Saudi Arabia club Al Hilal, opting instead to remain in Europe as interest from top sides intensifies. Al Hilal, who recently appointed former Inter Milan boss Simon Inzaghi as manager, had made Osimhen their top transfer priority ahead of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, in an effort to lure the Nigerian forward, who is presently in Nigeria for holiday, the Saudi giants tabled a staggering salary offer worth €120 million over 3 years, roughly €40 million annually. However, despite the lucrative nature of the deal, the 26-year-old declined. Yes. The offer was quite impressive, but ultimately did not convince the player, Victor Osimhen. Osimhen has decided to reject the last offer and now wishes to take his time before choosing his next club. This marks the third time Osimhen has rejected Al Hilal's advances. Third time. Yes. All right, we talk about the breakdown of the Saudi club's attempts, noting that the striker has successfully turned down the offers of €30 million, €35 million, and most recently, €45 million per.
This one will give us, but at least it will open the government or the governor's eyes to see that going for a journey of almost 10 hours, 12 hours, doesn't cost them anything, put them in the plane and drop them. That will have been this thing. People have won and they are celebrating. Now turning to joy, turning to sadness. Like what you said, if they have been insured, at least they will have waited for the outcome. No need of rushing. What is rushing for? Not giving them 1 million, just like the analysis that they are giving. 1 million, what is 1 million in Nigeria economy now? But that you should buy a bag of rice now, within like 10 or 12 bags of rice, 1 million is gone. Look at it now coming in there, price on that one. You just wish the families the grace to get the 40.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Azan. Thank you very much for your contribution. God bless you. Thank you. You too much. All right, so we're talking about you reigning, officiated more than 300 professional matches between 1997 and 2008, including 135 Premier League features. His data has sparked an outpouring of tributes from across football community, recognizing his pioneering role in the sport and his lasting impact of the pitch. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Baba Mayu.
Good morning, Baba Mayu. Long time.
God bless you.
Amen.
Yes, concerning that match yesterday,
yep.
I want to congratulate Martinez. The golden era of Belgium, and they not help him yesterday. Then I want to congratulate Cristiano Ronaldo. Any match that they are playing final that you get injury, they usually win. It happened at France. So, with his age, I really try. God is on his side. Then that young guy, left fullback, that black man, Martin Mendes, how I wish he come to my United. Look at the way he used the head of Dama to cross the ball to Ronaldo. That boy is a great player. Yes. So experience is still lacking that Dama. People that are looking for love for him, they can see yesterday.
Oh my God, Papa Mayu, please do try call us back again. All right, we'll talk about some issues now. Ronaldo says something that for someone to claim the Ballon d'Or must have won the UEFA Champions League. Now, legendary French forward Franck Ribéry has responded sharply to Cristiano Ronaldo's recent claim that only Champions League winners should be in contention for the Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo, a five-time Ballon d'Or winner, said this over the weekend. In his opinion, those who stand out with the Champions League should win. So, but individual awards are irrelevant. So that's what Cristiano Ronaldo said. But now, Ribéry, who finished third behind Ronaldo and Messi in the 2013 Ballon d'Or race, Despite winning 5 trophies with the Bayern Munich that year, including the Champions League, fired back on Instagram. Yes, Ribery says, so you need to win the Champions League to win the Ballon d'Or. While Ribery was named UEFA's best player in Europe that season, the Ballon d'Or still went to Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored 66 goals in 56 games that year without winning a trophy with Real Madrid. The SN ignites the long-running debates about what really defines the world best player. So what really defines the world best player? 0704-700-7701. It's your own opinion. Or you call 0707-276-6278.
Ronaldo did not win this thing. He has made a lot of effort, contribution, and a lot of things that made him to be able to come for it. Yes, Ribery was also good then, but if you look at what individual achievement, individual contribution, at least to me, it affects. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Barcelona striker Robert Lewandowski has decided to step away from the Poland national team. Lewandowski said he will not play for Poland again as long as Poland head coach Michael Proberos remains in charge of the team. Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Minister of Sport.
Good morning, Pastor Boboye.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is Pastor Boboye calling from Merimo Kwekiti.
Good to have you, Pastor Boboye.
It's good to listen to you this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, concerning winning Ballon d'Or, your contribution towards your country, your contribution towards the team that you play for, your attitude towards your players around you, and the way you react on the pitch, all these things contribute towards to get Ballon d'Or. And we are looking at the years when Cristiano Ronaldo won it without any trophy. You know, every one of us are during that time. Even look at the time of Snyder.
Yes.
When he won everything, everybody are shouting Snyder is going to get Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he still went to Lionel Messi. So during that time, the time of Ronaldo and Messi, nobody can break that record. They are on top of their games, and the UEFA are also there to make their money. So no doubt about it. So for anybody winning trophy that time, and he was denied of winning Ballon d'Or, well, that one is best known to the people, the body in charge of giving Ballon d'Or award. But this time around, I pray the way they give Ballon d'Or will be changed, or they will look at it and do the needful and give it to the person that really wants it. So, and Baba, you said something, and I so much like it.
Yep.
Looking at Yaman,
yes,
for him to collect Ballon d'Or for now, people you can testify to it yesterday what he really played. The guy is a star, and he's a future talent. But for now, we should please let the guy rest a little. He has not even up to the level of getting Ballon d'Or now. So we should look at the mature guy. You know, maturity also play in the game of football. Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. Thank you very much, Pastor Boboye. But anything can happen, oh. Yes, anything can happen. Maybe it's going to change the narrative. Lamayama, we never can tell. Meanwhile, British, personality Piers Morgan has hit out former Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag after Cristiano Ronaldo led his country to another UEFA Nations League title. The 40-year-old netted the equalizer as the game ended 2-2 draw. At the full-time, Portugal went ahead and beat 5-3. So Portugal was the first team to win the competition. So Piers Morgan, who is a die-hard fan of the former Manchester United star, blasted ten Hag and Santos for their treatment of the football icon Cristiano Ronaldo. Hello, you're my last caller.
Hello, Kingsley.
Yeah, good morning. You're my last caller. Baba Chelsea.
Baba Chelsea, Uncle T,
yeah.
In fact, the game yesterday was so entertaining.
Okay.
we all enjoy ourselves. But it's a pity that Portugal carried the day. Because I want Spain to carry the day because of that very young chap.
Yama.
Then on the balloon drum, I want to encourage. I want to say that Yama should be picked so as to encourage him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. With that story, this is how far we can go to today's edition of Sport Extra. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition. My name is Kingsley. The network wasn't good enough to get across to our Manchester United stalwarts.